Hello everyone, so today I am doing a vegan version of the Millionaire's bar, which is I think basically the British version of an American Twix bar, and it is absolutely delicious with a prepared shortbread crust to make it nice and easy, and this amazing coconut caramel date sauce in the middle. And then of course it's topped off with a little bit of dark chocolate and sea salt, and I know that you guys will love the recipe, so I can't wait to show you guys how. Rightio everyone, so to begin with, I have a prepared shortbread crust. I know that not everybody has access to the vegan version, so if you don't, just make your typical shortbread crust, with a little bit of vegan butter, some flour, and then minimize on the amount of sugar used. It's going to be a lot better to have like a savory kind of backdrop along with the coconut caramel sauce and the chocolate up top. Okay, so I'm just going to bake this according to package instructions, and then remember to poke holes in it because it does have a tendency to rise. So after this is done, just take it out of the oven and then let it rest, and then we can get to the filling. So to start off with this one, so I have about a package of dates, and I think it's either 12 or 16 ounces, but I counted just around 32 dates here and there, like you can kind of taste as you go. So to that I'm going to add 1 can of coconut milk. Now you can definitely tell how cold it was in London when I was making this, because I mean I have a pretty warm kitchen, but this thing was pretty solid there. And now I'm going to add about a half a teaspoon of salt, and you guys know that salt brings out the flavor in sweet food, so a little bit of that is good. And then about a teaspoon of brown rice syrup. I realize that you actually don't really need it. I mean, it's probably dependent on how sweet you like it, but maybe towards the end that is something that you can do. So I'm going to just bring this guy up to a boil and then kind of simmer it on medium heat for about 5 minutes or so, up until the dates start to soften. Now I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of vegan butter, and I do want that kind of buttery flavor in there because this is going to really make it taste like caramel. Now I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of cornstarch in there mixed with a little bit of water, and this is what's going to thicken up this caramel sauce into a nice, rich, and thick and creamy texture. Oh my gosh, I can't begin to tell you how amazing this caramel tastes. Like, there's obviously no dairy in there, and it's just like coconut and dates and a little bit of that salt. It's the perfect mix. So I'm gonna put it into a blender and then blend it until smooth. And actually, I think if you wanted a thicker texture, you could have probably blended this first and then thickened it with cornstarch afterwards, and then you're gonna get a thicker mixture that way. Afterwards, pour this mixture over the cooled shortbread crust. Now I do know it looks runny, so what you can do again is to blend that whole mixture first and then add the cornstarch at the end, and everything should kind of solidify into a gel. But I'm actually going to be freezing these guys as well. So basically spread this all over, stick this into the freezer, and then wait until it sets before pouring chocolate on top. So I only went with 1 bar of chocolate here, but I think it would have been better with a bar and a half, but I couldn't go back to the grocery store at that time. But that being said, this was actually enough chocolate. Like, I know a lot of Millionaire's bars have it super thick, but if you think about it, it would just be kind of overly sweet and a little bit too much. But still, I would say that this could have done well with like another half bar of chocolate. So basically the chocolate almost sets right away, but you can stick it back into the freezer up until everything is nice and hard, and then basically cut it up into bars. So actually, if you heat your knife over the flame a little bit, it cuts through a little bit cleaner that way. So I just wanted to take a bar for you, and I'm actually going to be plating it as well. But you guys can see that there's actually enough of a caramel layer in there, and then enough of chocolate as well. Like, it's just right. Otherwise, it would be, I actually would think it's going to be a little bit too much. So you can see the different layers as well, and I'm just going to top it off with a little bit bit of sea salt. You can do like sprinkles or like golden sparkles or whatnot for Christmas. So I think that this would be super, super festive to eat, and also really cool to kind of give away as well. I cannot emphasize enough how good this coconut dates caramel is. I mean, it is so amazing. You could just make it and like pour it on top of ice cream, and or just like eat it by itself. It is that good. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I just wanted to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. I've had such a lovely year with you all. As usual, if you want to see more videos like this, remember to hit that like and subscribe button, okay? And I will see you guys again soon. Bye!